Hello and welcome to another update video about Cardano. As always, we're going to take a look at the Cardano price, and also briefly before we take a look at the Cardano price, we're going to take a look at the Bitcoin price. And again, thanks a lot for all the encouragement. Really a lot of nice comments and positive comments in the last video. Thanks a lot. And I don't mean the scam comments, I mean the proper comments that are very supportive. So thanks a lot for that. And as always, if you like the content, please hit the like button to make sure that this video reaches more people. And please subscribe if you haven't already done so. And of course, there seems to be a lot of, there have been a lot of requests for these live streams that I talked about. So what I will do, I will set up another channel probably, and that might even be today, on which I will then make accessible my charts and have a nice live stream really. Maybe a 24-hour one, which seemed to be an idea that many of you liked. So I'm going to do that, and that will not be that will not negatively impact this channel. It will be a completely different project, but that should also help the Cardano community. And if you don't know already, I've got a second channel already, which you can find in the video description, which I use to teach technical analysis. Before we start, I want to talk about this one. Kick.io, I talked about this on this channel probably before many of you joined, probably before 99% of you guys joined, because I talked about it, I think it was back in June. One of my first videos, I talked about Kick, a launchpad to be launching on the Cardano blockchain, and we had the private sale. I think at the time I talked to you about the possibility of subscribing or signing up for the private sale, and there will now be the public sale coming up on the 15th of September. And again, it will come up on X markets, pretty much like ADAX. And a few of you guys know that I bought a few ADAX tokens, and I will probably buy some Kick tokens as well. These projects are what we need on the Cardano blockchain. This is basically when you can buy these tokens for the first time on a public exchange, which is X markets. And these are the projects the Cardano blockchain needs, because these are the projects that, again, new projects are using to launch, because Kick is a launch pad on the Cardano ecosystem. Let's go to Bitcoin, and Bitcoin has been has done what I did say, or well, what I assumed it would be doing, and it did that. So when I did my video earlier today, we were pretty much here, and I said that I would believe that in the next run, just based on the indicators and the price action and what we were doing and the double bottom that we were forming here, there you go, there was a double bottom here, 1, 2, that we would now attempt a breakout to the upside and would attempt a breakout through 45,700. And you can watch the video. I did expect that, and it happened. However, it was something like a fake breakout. It was a trap, some people would call it. You can see it here. We actually went up to 47,000 nearly, but we broke all the way down to below 44,000, found support at the 44,000 level, and now we are recovering a little bit. Now, what I just wanted to remind you of is this rectangle here, and I don't want to waste your time. What I think is Bitcoin needs to get above 47,200. At that point, when the daily candle closes above that level, in my opinion, we are bullish again. As long as we are below that, I expect some further consolidation or sideways movements, and I think we could go down to that level here. That is my first worst case scenario. That is 41,100. The reason I say that level, it is the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level of the most recent bull trend here, starting down there in July, moving all the way up there. And in my opinion, that is the level that I would expect us to go down to in the first instance. If that consolidation continues, that is a pretty important level. We will most definitely find support there. If that breaks, we will go down to 38,400. And I did say that in a previous video. I still think these are the two possibilities when we move down. Definitely the other possibilities, of course, that we will be successful in that breakout. But this is, I think, at least in the very short term, more getting unlikely, because we have bounced off so often now on that resistance line there within that rectangle. And I think we will see some further consolidation, possibly some more attempted breakouts. But it looks like the way that is developing, that especially with that strong seller pushback today when we attempted that breakout, that it might be for at least another few days that we will see that consolidation and might even drop down to 41,200, and from then on, of course, we could then try to get back up to the moon, to new all-time highs potentially, and let's all hope that. That's what I think at the moment. And let's take a look at Cardano. That's what you guys are all here for. Cardano is looking a little bit strange, to be honest. On the daily here we are currently, and on the daily what we can see that we are really moving up and down. And I did talk to you this morning, and we said that we are seeing more and more volatility. So we've got something like a broadening wedge here, which is normally forming when there is growing uncertainty, growing volatility. And I think in the next move we will potentially move back to the we'll attempt another breakout of the 280 level, just because we are swinging back and forth between these top support level here and the lower top resistance level and the lower support level here. And we've now found support here today, so it might be that tomorrow we'll bounce back up. And why do I say that? My view is, even though the indicators here on the daily are actually looking a little bit bearish, and I mentioned that earlier today, for example, on the RSI we're in the below 50 range, and also the MACD is actually going to make a across to the below the zero line, but the stochastic RSI is on its way back up. And to be honest, I'm actually a bit disappointed that I didn't talk about the stochastic RSI before on this channel, really, but you could have really very nicely seen the ending of that uptrend. You can see that was the uptrend that we've seen here throughout August and July and August, and you can see that how the stochastic RSI was making lower lows, and that very clearly showed actually that we were going to drop. Now we seem to have a trend change, and I would like to watch that 20 level here of the stochastic RSI. So it looks like we could make another trend change here and go up, and that'd be quite nice, because then we could basically, in line with that, break to the upside here and at least attempt another breakout of the 280 level. I think that is very likely. And on the hourly chart here, what we can see, just have a looking at the indicators down here, looks like we are currently even going further up with the stochastic RSI on the hourly. On the hourly, the MACD is looking pretty good, just made a bullish crossover, even though we are below the zero line, but still a bullish crossover. And the RSI is confirming that price increase that we are currently seeing. Yes, we had a drop yesterday, we all know that. Since then we've recovered down from 234 back to 242 now, so we can see that confirmation. Also the ADX line, where the green line seems to come up a little bit, the red line is coming down, so it is looking not too bad on the hourly at least. What that indicates is that, as I just said, we might attempt another break to the upside in the short term. But I said before today that if we make another lower low, that could indicate then that we really drop to the downside and attempt to break below that diagonal support line down here. Now, yes, we made a lower high already, but that was really like a sub wave. I think that wasn't really another major wave. As you can see here, one wave, two waves. That I think wasn't really, that was like a small wave within a wave. So I think we will attempt another breakout to the upside, or another move to the upside in the very short term. And that will then determine, do we get above the 280? To be honest, with Bitcoin doing its thing at the moment, I don't think we will. I think we might see another lower high, and then potentially get down a little bit more, maybe even down to 220. But again, all of that is just in the immediate short term. I think Cardano still lots of potential, of course it has, and by all means, guys, we this is for me a long-term thing, and you know that. And this is, patience is just important. People saying that they are disappointed with Cardano at the moment, so I can partially understand that, but Cardano has already performed so well this year, and Cardano has boomed so much already from last year, especially at, you know, looking at 5 cents or 10 cents that we had last year to now $3.10 we did this year. It's just unbelievable. So just have a bit of patience. And also last year we had probably drops from, you know, 10 cent to 5 cent or whatever. These periods happen, and we all talked, I mean, a lot of people talked about the September drop, so nobody should be too disappointed now. It's just what it is. And you know, things in the crypto space can change from one week to the other. So it could be, as I said today already, in 2 weeks things could look totally different. And then everybody who sold the ADA coins will look back and be very annoyed with the decision they have made. Alright, so hopefully you liked that update video. If you did, please smash the like button. And if you want to follow me on this crypto journey, please subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching and see you in the next video. Bye.